Bashers, it is Speedy Tuesday. Hey everybody, it's great to see everybody on this Speedy of Tuesday, May 13th. A couple minutes past 5 o'clock in the evening in the eastern seaboard of America, New York, America. How are you all today? I'm a little beat up. About a rough couple of days. You guys mostly know what I've been up to. I had court this morning, which was fun. But really what's most pressing is Rose. I'll give you the update. So Sunday, guys, after I went to go do Sunday Mass, I told you guys that I'd be taking her to the doctor, more than likely to an emergency room, just because I wanted to get really fast care and not have to get referrals and all that stuff. And she's got a history there from a couple of years ago. So we went. And is it going to do it again to me today? Is it going to do it? I thought maybe once it wouldn't do this crap. I'm almost there, my friends. I'm almost there. I've got almost everything ready to go. I'll show you. I'll show you. Ready? Mac Mini. Dock. I'm waiting for the hard drive, and I'm waiting for the monitor. And I'm going to be right back. I'm going to have to do it again, but here, this is how it works. Until I get this set up, which is very soon. Man, I can't wait till that's over. Anyway, brand new Mac Mini. I got my dock. I'm waiting on the monitor and the hard drive. Everything's getting there, almost ready to go. But it seems like I have to restart Google Chrome every time. The show starts fine, and then it just goes kaplooey. So anyway, the update. It's a Mac in a box. It's a Mac in a box, girl. So we got to the hospital around 4 o'clock in the afternoon because it took a while to get her act together. And, she's been suffering from a little bit of confusion. I thought it was a UTI, which causes confusion in elderly people very commonly. And she went in there. She had a battery of tests. The doctor said they'd really like to do some more tests and keep her for a couple of days, which I thought was a really good idea, just to make sure everything's cool, see what's going on, because we assumed she had some kind of infection that was causing her to get a little, just a little. People think old people also suffer from dementia, and that's not always true. As we get older, our cognitive abilities become lesser and lesser. This is true, but people in the medical profession also know that when you have a UTI, urinary tract infection, it poisons your blood, and you actually get a little cuckoo. And it can be relieved with antibiotics and all those kinds of things. And it's a reversible process. And while we have normal cognitive disability as we get older, it's not this drastic. Anyway, it turns out that's true. Unfortunately, something really terrible happened while we were there, and I'll let you know. And I want to let everyone know about this because I did not know. And it is so imperative for you and the people that you love to be aware of what I'm about to tell you. Because there is no way to test for it. I have found out. So it's about 11:30 at night. Where she has a room. We're going to go up there, and then this new doctor comes into the ER, And I loved every single person in the emergency room at NYU Langone Hospital. They are incredibly dedicated medical professionals, compassionate, smart, just wonderful people. However, this new doctor shows up and she starts reassessing things. And she says, I'd like to do a CAT scan with contrast. Now, to a layperson, what does that mean exactly? You know what a CAT scan is. So she had x-rays, she had blood work, she had another x-ray, and she had all this stuff done. The next thing you know, we're up on 6. She goes into a room. I hear her screaming. She's not enjoying it. Then I hear her say, I can't breathe. And I'm like, out in a hallway all by myself, this white stark hallway that looks like, you know, what people talk about when you die, this lit, diffused hallway. Finally, after about 20 minutes, she comes out and she grabs my hand and she says, Dirk, I can't breathe. Tell them I can't breathe. And I said, what do you mean you can't breathe? And then I noticed that her eyelids were swollen. And then I noticed that her arm was swollen. And I told the guy who was wheeling her down, I said, we have to get down to the ER right away because there's a girl there, a registered nurse named Fiona, and she was on top of everything as far as I could tell. So we get down out of the elevator. I run ahead of the gurney and I fetch Fiona. And I said to her, Fiona, Rose says she can't breathe. And she said to me, is anything swollen? I said, yes, her face is swollen. She immediately drops everything, assembles a team. The next thing you know, we're in the bay of the emergency room, and they're administering epinephrine, Benadryl, all kinds of agents because Rose was suffering from an anaphylactic reaction to the contrast dye. When you go for a CAT scan with contrast, basically what it means is that they shoot a dye into you that gives them a better way to view it gives them contrast. So she had an allergic reaction that was so bad that she went into tachycardia, and her heart rate was like 267. So they had to stabilize her, and you know, they shot her up, like I said, with epinephrine and Benadryl and all this stuff, and it looked, her oxygen levels went down to 60. Now a normal person is 99, 98, 97. Anything below 90 is considered an emergency. So it was at 60, and they thought there was a problem with the pulse ox monitor, and it turns out, no, she was having a full-on anaphylactic reaction to this contrast. It took about 20 minutes for her to be able to breathe normally. I mean, if you've ever had an EpiPen, I have, because I'm allergic to coconut. And it's the only thing that I'm, you know, severely allergic to. If you have a severe allergy, you'll know what an EpiPen is. Something that you shoot into your leg, usually, and it opens up your airways and things like that. So I think we're talking about an 88-year-old woman who weighs about 85 pounds. She's a very small, petite woman. Very scary, and they basically said she could have died from it easily. So then this doctor shows up, the one who ordered the scan, Miss Know-It-All, and she comes down and she goes, "What's happening here? What's happening?" And Fiona says, "She's having a reaction to the contrast." And I said, "She's in anaphylaxis." She goes, "Don't say anaphylaxis. Don't anybody say anaphylaxis." I said, "So don't worry, my lawyer's not here right now." I see even my green screen's looking stupid tonight. So there it goes. Moral to the story is there is no one that has developed a test for contrast. Now I know Joe LaFaro. I don't know if he's watching tonight. Oh, there he is. OMG, there he is. Joe, why is there not a test for contrast dye for people having an anaphylactic reaction? And which, by the way, the only way to find out if you're allergic to it is to do it. I mean, I went to an allergist when I was a kid because I used to suffer from seasonal allergies and I have asthma and stuff like that. And we got the pop test on the skin. You get a pop test and you find out what you're allergic to, and they basically immunize you by giving you small amounts of your allergens. How in the world does that not exist? We came this close to losing Rose because she went in for this last minute test that she didn't need. It was, and it makes me wonder, And I'm not going to get mad right now. I'm just worried about her care. I'm just worried about her health. She's going to be out of there hopefully by tomorrow. How in the world can that happen? That a test like that. Now, something terrible happened with my mom. I'm not going to get into this. Years and years and years ago, my mom was given too high a dose. My mother was also a very petite woman, and she was given too high a dose of morphine, and it stopped her heart, and they had to Narcan her. But we didn't find out about the Narcan, which is something that brings people back to life after they've OD'd. It's what ambulances have when somebody overdoses. They it's like that scene in Pulp Fiction. But this particular thing, she was resting. She even was holding my hand, saying, "Dirk, go home. This is boring for you. I'll go to my room and I'll be fine." And I was like, "Oh no, I'm wait till you get into your room." And then they pulled this last minute testing. So, moral to the story is, if you or any of your loved ones or anyone you know that needs to have one of these tests with contrast, please be aware that there is no pop test as far as I know. I asked everyone. I looked it up. I Googled it online to see if there was a way to find out, but it seems like it doesn't. Now, here's a guy who knows because he's in the business. Most people who have an allergy to contrast also have an allergy to iodine and shellfish. That's usually the clue to not administer a contrast. See, this is how we rely on humanity, people in the know, somebody like Joe who can advocate for people. Same shellfish. I don't know if I've ever been in 36 years I've known Rose. I've never seen her order shellfish. We've been to a million restaurants together. I don't know what the scenario was. No one asked her if she was allergic to anything before we went for the test. But anyway, Fiona at NYU Langone Hospital. You are a miracle worker. You are an angel. You are a savior. I already wrote a gigantic letter to the administration there, praising this woman for her swiftness, her proactiveness, her medical dedication, and for the ability to delegate in a crisis. The whole lights in the place changed. I mean, she was this close to coding, because she could not breathe. So guys, and she's okay now, thanks to Fiona. Advocate for all the people you love and for yourself. If anybody has to have a scan like that, it turns out that most people do have a slight reaction. It's very mild. They give them a little bit of Benadryl. This one is a very, very extreme version of it, but there is a good percentage of people that are allergic to it. So that's what's been going on. So then she finally, around 2:00 in the morning, Monday morning, on Sunday, she finally got her room. She's all hopped up on epinephrine, so she can't sleep. And but she was comfortable enough to say, "You go home and come back tomorrow," which I did, and spent most of the day with her yesterday. And I was just there this morning. I went straight from court, took the railroad into Manhattan, and went there. Rose is a very private person. That's why I have lots of pictures. I didn't share them because, that's her story to tell, not mine. But she's very private. She eats very like a bird. But I went and got her favorite buttered rolls with American cheese and got her to eat and got her coffee right. And, taught the staff there, who are amazing. The nurses are amazing. Dr. Jennings, another guy, the man who brought her up to her room, incredible doctor. You got to find your people when you're in a hospital. Find your people and praise them and thank them for the work that they do, because it's an amazing. Listen, these people, we think that it's a factory. We think that these people come and go, and they don't. They do. There's an incredible amount of humanity and compassion. These people work diligently and so hard to make people. Yeah, there's going to be bad eggs, sure. I haven't found one yet, except for that ER doctor who I didn't like very much. But she's, "Don't say that." So yeah, it's been a tough couple of days. I just left there. I took the boat home, took the ferry over, which was nice in the rain. It's misty, humid rain in New York City. and she's doing better. She's in her room. We went over there. She had her oatmeal this morning. She drank her coffee. She had a banana. I brought her a bunch of bananas. And, I just said, listen, she likes to eat chocolate croissants. I got her some Neuhaus chocolates, which she absolutely loves. I got a couple for myself, too, because I like them. And she's doing well. So thanks for all the emails. A lot of you fine folks send emails asking how Rose is doing. I'll just give you the update on that. She's going to be in there maybe for another day or two. They're just trying to rule out everything. They found elevated white blood cells, but they didn't find any definitive infection that they could pinpoint. But they have her on a course of antibiotics, and she's definitely doing better. She's much clearer. But here's another factor and something else you might want to know. Sundown syndrome, something I learned with my parents. Sundown syndrome is something that generally happens to elderly people when they're in a hospital setting, unknown places, the lighting. Sometimes you're in a bed that's not near a window. There's a curtain in the way. Something that happens when it starts to get darker is this thing called sundowning. And sundowning is confusion. And you don't have to have an infection, or you could just be an older person. You start to get a little babbly and confused and things like that. It's a very common occurrence, and it happens at night. I left there at around 3:30 this afternoon. She was in tip-top shape. She went to sleep. I said, I'm going to go home, I'm going to do my show, and then I'll come back around 8 o'clock tonight, and I'll just sit with her and gossip and do all those kinds of things until she falls asleep, because she's not been sleeping through the night. Because the other thing that sundowning does is makes people do a lot of repetitive motions and be a little confused about who the strangers are that keep coming in and prodding you and poking you. It's not a whole lot of rest in a hospital, because there's constantly changes of shifts and people who want to take your blood and take your blood pressure. And today we did an EKG. It's not peace and quiet in a hospital. It's like they leave you alone. There's a lot of stuff that they want to do, and it's tough. But anyway, thank you also very much for your kindness and for asking about Rose. She's a very important person in my life. And I'm sure everybody has a Rose friend or an elderly person that needs advocating, somebody who needs somebody to look out for them. She doesn't have family. She's got me, and she's got Paul, and she's got Layla. She's got people around her, and we are a chosen family. We've chosen to be family. She's a great person. It's something you would do for your own mother or your own aunt, your own sister, anyone. So that's the story. Anyway, let's get Speedy Tuesdaying and talk to the crowd. Daniel Gutierrez is in there. Number one, Speedy Tuesday. Yeah. I wore a moon swatch to the courthouse this morning because I have to walk through. Sorry, Dean. I had to walk. You have to take your belt off, and you have to walk through all hell to get through there. So I just wore that today. But I will say this, and I think it's very funny. And the opposing legal counsel is quite the dandy and has such a collection of very fancy watches. Business must be good. Today was FP Journe. Always gold. Always gold. Congratulations, Danny Gutierrez. Let's go, Bashers. Happy Speedy Tuesday to all. And you, indeed. Kyle Pena's in the room. Happy Speedy Tuesday. Looking great. The Stars and Stripes. Dave Fahrenheit 451 upvoted. Please upvote if you can. It's just on the bottom. Just a small thing to ask if you like the show, if you like being a part of a community. Sorry about the whole thing, but it's just, it's life. Life gets in the way, and sometimes gets in the way of watches and music and fun. But it's great to be there for people when they need it. And I hope somebody, at the end of the day, somebody's there for me and for you and for everybody else when you really need it. Because there are a lot of people out there who are elderly and alone, and they might have outlived their loved ones and their partners, their wives and their husbands and all this stuff. And your heart has to go out to these people that don't have very many people or anyone left. I've been going in and out and feeding Bubble and, in Rose's apartment, making sure that it's perfect. So when she gets home, because home is where the heart is, as they say. Scotty Love, congratulations, DG. Yes, indeed. They call him Scotty Love. Upsies, number 3. Thanks, buddy. Daniel Gutierrez. Thank you, Scotty Love. Scotty Love, there is an 87% statistical probability and direct correlation to the basher of the day that coincides with the winning name starting with the letter D. Therefore, I will henceforth be named Dottie Love. Hey, Dottie. I love that. Hey, Dottie. Hey, Dottie, if you're Pee Wee Herman. Good luck to Dottie Love. You guys are the best. Thanks for making me laugh. Congratulations, Gigi. Be safe and have fun. Upload is free. It is. You just hit that, and you wouldn't believe. Can I just say this? The numbers are really up, man. I mean, we got like 30 new subscribers in the last week. I don't know. Is like YouTube letting me out of the dungeon? Are they spreading the word? Or people getting around to are people starting to figure out, wow, they're missing the boat on this, on all you great bastards and like all the amazing hijinks with watches and cats and your pets and, you know, like having a friend like, you know, Carolyn Martin or Scotty Love or Dave or Andrew Wolkovich, and then having medical opinions from medical professionals like Joe LaFaro, Drooby Doo Coffee, and my handsome Joe Glass. That was a triple espresso. Man, that went down like a house on fire. Delicious. Andrew Wolkovich started us off with the Super Chat Gong. He's working until 5:30, and he'll see the recording. Well, that's just great. Oh, Joe LaFaro, thank you for that. 20 balloons for Flowers for Rose. 100% coming your way. And I will sign them from you because you are a handsome bastard and a sweet guy in the whole world. Let's go big kazoo time. And softcore to recall, $5, five pounds. That's like $800 in American money. Super Jack Gong 2. Thank you, buddy. Thank you very, very much. Joe says it's impossible to sleep. It's impossible. It's 2:00 in the morning, and I'm just starting to I'm sitting in the chair, you know, like on the edge of the bed, and I'm just starting to doze off. And the next thing you know, the lights go on, and there's 3 people there, and they have all kinds of tools in their hand. And she's like, "What the just happened?" Jim Patterson says that Joe LaFaro, especially if the automatic beds are malfunctioning, absolutely terrible. Joe says you can do an MRI instead because MRI contrast doesn't contain iodine. Is that what it is? Look at that. MRI. So contrast is iodine. How interesting is that? Jim Patterson says, I developed a reaction to contrast later in life. Surprisingly, the hospital. Oh, they freaked, man. I agree. If it wasn't for Fiona, and I cannot stress this enough. First of all, the dopes up at the scan, the CTI guys, heard her say over and over, I can't breathe, and continued to get the scan. It should have been game over epinephrine time. They waited so long that her arm was twice the size and it was purple. Her eyelids, were gigantic. And she's got glaucoma. Oh, gosh, it's crazy stuff. I'm going to get to the regular stuff in a second. It's just I want to get on to this topic here because there's a lot of really smart people saying a lot of really smart stuff here. You can also pre-treat with Benadryl and steroids to prevent a potential. Exactly. That's what I read after the fact. And Fiona goes, oh my God, I didn't know she was going up there because she was taking care of business. She got her the room and then she was done. She was actually done for the night. Her shift was over. And she was just, you know, like probably having a coffee or talking to her coworkers when I came down and said, this is what happened. But no, she jumped into action. It was incredible. And she said, God, why didn't they give her some Benadryl ahead of time? She's so little. So crazy. There are some doctors who believe that they know more than anyone else, despite evidence to the contrary. Right. Yeah. For every Joe LaFaro, there's a lot of this woman. Man, she's going to get a letter and a half. I'm going to be dedicating a letter, and it's not going to be so nice, and it's not going to be so mean either, but it's going to be like, listen, and I always say this because doctors are all over the place generally. You'll see one doctor, you'll see another doctor, but the nurses are always there pretty much in shifts, and you always get to know them better than you get to know the doctors. You might have the big conversation in the hallway with the doctor every once in a blue moon. They're making rounds. They're seeing lots of patients doing stuff, but the team that is taking care of them is usually the RNs. So you have this, the brain trust at the top, but the crew on the ground. So if you need to get some information to your doctor and you haven't seen them in a while, you just got to tell your nurses, because man, they're really amazing. They're really there for you. It's pretty great stuff. Yeah. Renaissance thumbnail Houston. I think we have a catastrophic problem. Indeed, we do. Speedy Tuesday. There's a cultural factor promoting violence, which nowadays undoubtedly is highly effective in the mass media. Agreed. And particularly everything that enters our minds through pictorial media. I had this really interesting conversation today with one of the minders, because Rose is one of those people that has to have the bed alarm because she might try to get out. And she was a lovely girl. She's went to Parsons for design, but she's also in nursing school. Brilliant young woman. And we were talking about the effects of social media on young kids, especially with the whole gender thing. And, it's nice to let people live and let live, but I think a lot of things are being taught to kids or told to kids that are very confusing for your very young minds. We've never made a habit of trying to confuse kids. We've tried to nurture children to, grow up and have great choices and understand who they are in this universe. But now we're like, social media is coming up with all kinds of crazy stuff. So yeah, I agree. And this girl told me this story. It was just unbelievable. Like, I won't repeat it here because that's her story to tell, not mine. But she was basically saying that she had a nephew that was extremely confused and committed suicide because he was bullied, because of what he thought he was trying to live up to social norms on social media. And it was a heartbreaking story. And it's like, man, I think we're just putting too much pressure on these kids to be a certain thing. And it's just terrible. And then one day you're playing your little game. You'll suddenly find yourself pinned down like a butterfly. Jesus. I never liked the people that used to collect butterflies and pin them. Never liked it. Nothing in our culture, not even home computers, is more overrated than the epidermal felicity of two featherless bipeds. Well, some of us are featherless, okay? In desperate congress. Listen to the smarts on this guy. It's true. But I hope that this thing isn't. I hope this thing is. Do you want to see how small this is? Ready for this? This is like 800 times more powerful than the computer that I'm on. Look at this. Look at this thing. It's so tiny. It's so teeny tiny. And what I got was, because I have to, I have all these old things that have adapters. This is going to be running the iBashers within a day or so. Once the other two pieces come. So I got this thing, right? It connects to a USB on the back. What does it do? It instantly gives me all these extra, an SD reader, and all my older ports, like for my other hard drives and stuff, will pop right in. HDMI. It's like an incredible supercomputer in a tiny little box. And look how small they are. It's amazing where we've come. I'm very excited for this to happen, for the show, and for you guys, for a seamless experience. And I can't wait. I can't wait. Ray Ray says, they at it again. Glad they dropped that Katy Perry gobshite along with the Bezos plastic partner. What does that mean, Ray Ray? What happens? What happened with Katy Perry and Jeff Bezos, other than the Josie and the Pussycats launch party? Dirk, you're such an asshole. Kevin Landon, upvoted number 9. Beautiful, incredible Kevin Landon. Greetings and best wishes to Dirk and all the Bashers watching live today. Hey, after 5 straight days of working. Hey, Kev, great to see you in the room. It's Tuesday already. It only felt like Monday yesterday. Indeed. Daniel, how many martinis did it take to get to that number 1 spot? How many? Indeed. Greetings, Kevin. Try 21 days of working straight. 5 days. 5 days sound like my perfect holiday. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, listen, though, you know what? You're your own boss. And I know you're a meticulously persnickety boss and you're hands-on and all that stuff. But look, you also are an artist, too. The one thing is, like, a lot of people's jobs are grinds, but you are a creator. And I think even when you work hard, you know what they say, find a job that you love to do and you never work a day in your life. Like I feel like with iBashers. I absolutely love doing this show. It's become the heart and soul of my life. And who would have thought that this would have entered my world so late in my career? To send in the clowns. Don't bother. It's amazing. Dean, 21 days at a job that you love, probably go. There you go. Yeah, because he loves his work. Because look at the beautiful stuff that he creates. Look, Dean's work speaks for itself. Like Julian's art, absolutely incomparable art achievements. You can feel the heart and soul in what they do. The gardens that he makes, I mean, they're magnificent, and it makes people happy. I don't think there's anything better in this world than making someone else happy. It's the best thing in the whole wide world. It's the best thing ever. Andrew, this is true, but if you are in a job you hate, you should change it. Agreed. A job should not be a prison sentence. Maybe you can start a YouTube channel. I don't know if he hates his job. It's interesting. I don't think so. I mean, Andrew and I talk. He sends me lots of texts in the middle of the night. I do read and listen to them all, darling. Sometimes I'm in bed and I'm just like, he's up late. I don't think he hates anything, that guy. I think he's a big ball of love. But agree, Dean, if you hate something, if something's really not working for you, I know a lot of people who do hate their jobs, and they should change them. I didn't hate, I loved my bar job. I never hated it. I loved being a bartender because I love people. And I generally had made meat sauce out of old meat. But that job that I worked in with that witch down in Gramercy Park, I hated that job. I didn't hate the people. I liked the people a lot. I met a lot of really great people there, but it was a very oppressing place. For a guy that came in there with the amount of experience that I had. I'm a bartender in New York City for 30 years, and people, it was so insignificant to her, and they wound up, replacing me with 50 other people. They haven't been able to keep somebody. I'm not saying because they couldn't replace me, but they couldn't, because I knew my job really well, and I work like an animal. And that place was like walking up and down, spiral staircases into sub basements. It was really grunt work. And, at my advancing years, I'm not a 22-year-old anymore. And we had all the 22-year-olds quit. So I agree. If you don't like where you are, get the hell out of there. Get the hell out. Andrew, just make sure you get super chats for not keeping the lights on. But feed your cats. Always feed the cats, baby. Yeah, it's true. That's all that matters. Renaissance says H plus NH4 plus NO3 dash SO42 dash CI. Organic acids and trace metals are 10 times higher than those of rainwater. Anyone for fog? Nebbia. Dean, no martinis, just sheer luck. Hey, that happens. By the way, Julian, thank you very much for staggering out the things. We haven't had any erasures in a while. And if I should falter, a little something to make it sweeter. Oh, baby, refrain. My voice is all scratchy from having no sleep. The forms faded and were no more than a dream. I should do it like that, a slow sketch to come on the forgotten canvas, and which the artist completes only through memory. Beautiful. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Congrats, DC. Happy Speedy Tuesday. We'll watch the replay. Hey, Tesh, let me tell you something. I opened up that red and black soap. It was one of one because I was destroying the cucumber soap. So let me put this up here just so everybody knows Wild Irish Rose. I want to put your son's link up here. I still have it here because this stuff, the Vancouver Brothers Soap Company, because he gave me some soap. And let me tell you something. When you're in the city, here's my commercial for it. When you're in the city and you get all grimy and dirty, man, when you wash your hands, you can't believe how filthy they are. You cannot believe the dirt comes up. The lather on that red and black soap, I got to look to see what the label says. It is incredible. It's like a carbonic soap. Amazing. Vancouver Brothers Soap Company. This is Hitesh's son's company, and well worth. Check it out. Why not? Friends will be friends right to the end. Prush Stuttgart, good day, Bashers. Hey, Prush Stuttgart, great to have you in the room. How are you? Franco Fiore, please upvote if you can. It's right down there. Oh, no, it's not anymore. It's right over here. Yeah, I feel like I'm further over, right? Isn't that what I do? Oh, there it is. I'm sitting like so far away. So far away. Right down here. Yes. Look at this. I'm way over than I used to be. It's crazy. Right down there. Thank you so much. The Queen is here. Melly C, happy Speedy Tuesday. Dirk and all the Bashers. Happy Speedy Tuesday to you, my love. Are you wearing a Speedmaster today? I bet you are. Melly C, congratulations, Daniel. Indeed, Ray Ray. I all dressed up for the Eurovision. Oh no, is that back? This time last year, this show got its first and only strike because Ashina and I decided we would be the peanut gallery and we would show Eurovision on iBashers. And we got shut down. We didn't get us. We got shut off. They actually shut down the show. We went off the air. And it took a while for that strike. The strike is still on there. I mean, the strike is gone, but it's still, I still have a warning that we had a strike. That's the worst thing you could get on YouTube. It doesn't matter like when Emmett and I are in here and we're playing songs, you know, you could grab a guitar and play any song you want. You'll just get demonetized. And that just means that commercials, if a commercial gets run on, it actually means YouTube will monetize your show, run commercials, but you won't get any money. It doesn't take away from your super chats. So you just got to be careful. But Led Zeppelin, AC/DC, Guns N' Roses, there are a few artists that will give you a copyright strike and shut you down. Fergal, hello, beautiful Fergal, sending rose to love. Thank you so much. Mart's in the room, and Bronson, happy Speedy Tuesday. Number one, Daniel Gutierrez, congratulations indeed. I'll get something out to you right away. Hey, Melly C, thank you so much. Looking forward to a show and a drink around 6 p.m. Hey, there you are. Thank you very much. It's a great honor to hit number one on Speedy Tuesday. I agree. Okay, so that's what the song's gonna have to be. It's gonna have to be Daniel Gutierrez, Speedy Tuesday. I'll have to work that in somehow. I'll figure it out. Good evening, kind sir. Wishing you and yours only good things. And where is that? It's right at the top now because I do that. Only good things. Our very own Andy M. Thank you very much, Andy M. You and your beautiful partner in crime and the beautiful Mork and Mindy. We couldn't thank you enough for you guys being a part of this world. It's pretty amazing stuff. Where were we? There we were. Kevin Landon says, Dean, my record is 19 days straight. Oof. I used to work double shifts at the bar. It was crazy stuff. When you're young, you could do anything. My cousin Stormy, he's got a cousin named Stormy, holds the family record of 26 straight days. Wow, that's crazy. Like giving you some championship tournament trophies. We are looking live at Bashers HQ, right? Indeed. Oh God. Well, I think about it when I think about like crazy computers nowadays. Dean just got a new Mac Mini also, and Emmett just got a new one. It's all about the Mac Mini. I have an old cinema display here, a 30-inch cinema display that I'm still use, but I'm getting this much bigger screen, which for some reason was supposed to come and it just didn't yet. But whatever. I got the dongle for that, but it's amazing how things are getting so small. It's incredible. It's a Mac in a box. Sounds like a burger in a box. You know what I'm in the mood for right now for dinner tonight? I want to go get, like, I don't eat meat, but I'm going to go get like there's a place down the block called Petey Burger, and they make this Southwestern burger. I just want a really super grotesque, sloppy burger that's got cheese and onions and lettuce and tomato and mayo and slop all over it. Sometimes you just want that. I don't do it very often, but I want it now. Alejandro, hello, Dirk, and all. Have a great afternoon. I hope Rose is getting the care she is. She's getting the best care ever. Thank you so much. And Joe LaFaro, happy Speedy Tuesday. I'm just going back a little bit in time here. Thanks so much. Ken Furby, hello, everyone. A little bit late to the now. I wouldn't say you're late to the dance. So 509, that's great. The polar opposite of the Speedy. Never too late to upvote. Never too late to upvote. The beautiful, handsome, and talented Ken Furby. Thank you. Thank you so much. And he says, Ken Furby, thanks you. Yeah, it was a rough night, but we're okay. We're gonna make it, man. We're gonna trudge through. She's a trooper, man. She's a trooper. I am amazed at it. I'm amazed that she. And you know what? After it's all said and done, it's like, because she's in this loopy little state right now, it's almost like she forgot the torture. Like, she's the type of person that if you lower and raise the bed, you know, in the hospital bed, she goes, you know. And then the other thing, can you imagine that? I'm here. The video is very pixelated for me. How about everyone else? Is it pixelated for you? It should. I hope not, because what I see is it looks pretty clear. At 524. Okay, good. Let me know. Also, of course, Terra Carpet on the $5 Flower Fund. Nice to thank you very much. You couldn't be more beautiful. You're the most beautiful people in the world. I went to Neuhaus today and got a big box of chocolates for Fiona. I went and got her a card, and for the staff up on the floor that she's on. And I will go and I will pick up flowers. Rose loves roses and she loves daisies, so I'll make sure I get a little bit of that for her. And let's give you the cowbells. Yeah, I'm used to the pixelated effect, just to squint a little bit. It's okay now, right? I'm guessing the cheaper iconic iodine was used instead of the ionic. Who knows? I have no way of knowing. Kevin Landis says, I was caregiver for my dad and my mom for over 10 years and have had to have more than one come to Jesus meetings with those who harmed one or the other of them. Not one was a nurse who are angels. I couldn't agree more. Because they're hands-on. They get to know exactly what's happening with your loved one. They know. They're, like this girl today, she goes, oh, I found the oatmeal Rose likes. Because I went and got some oatmeal. And somebody must have moved it. So she went out of her way to go get this Red Mill Irish oatmeal that Rose really likes. She goes, oh, she ate the whole thing. I said, yeah, because she loves that. Because some hospital, I got to say the hospital food didn't look bad. I shared the mashed potatoes with her last night, and, they weren't terrible. I just put some butter and salt on it. Congratulations on the new Mac. Thanks so much, Joe. Thank you so much. Drooby doo, where are you? Happy Speedy Tuesday. I'm all out of moon swatches. Discovered that I never picked up the Mission to the Moon. How does that happen? I'm so sorry, Gino. He must be tragically hurt right now that you forgot to. Mission to the Moon? Really? The second best looking watch. Mercury, in my humble opinion, Mercury is the best looking, and the Moon is this. I think it's the second one, because they're similar. We love you doing a show. Thank you, Bert Dundee. I love this. I love it. I absolutely love it. A shit boss is the worst. There's nothing you can do about it. That I worked for down in Gramercy, she was just the most irritable, nastiest witch. And I think I've told you this story, but this goes to show you who she is. She comes from the Gold Coast of Long Island. And she's a princess. And she walks around, fluff up. She doesn't do anything. She might have started the business, but everybody does all the hard work. She doesn't do shit. She comes up with cheesy names for like blueberry pancakes and, a cocktail name. And she runs her children like they're, that they're, on auction. It's disgusting, but I told you, Christmas Day, no, there's not a single solitary person there. I had to work Christmas Day. This was when my parents were not dead. So this would have been my last Christmas with my parents. And I couldn't get out of it. I said, I had nobody. She sat at my bar. She had 3 martinis, food, all the stuff, and didn't say Merry Christmas or Happy Holidays, and didn't tip me. I've never had a boss of my company, sit in front of my bar. Of course, she doesn't get a check. It's her company. And not leave, a 20 or a 30, $50, whatever. Her bill would have been like $300. She had like all these fancy drinks and she was just having the whatever, just goes to show you what kind of people. Bad boss is bad boss. Alejandro, I'm so lucky to be working from home. It is the best thing in the whole wide world. Dean says, Drew, be shame. It's the best news I've had all day. Is it soap on a rope? It's not. I mean, I would go run and get it for you. Can I pull that up? Let me see. Vancouver Brothers Soap Company. Oh, look at this. I was able to pull it up. Let's go find it. Let me show you guys what it is. Why not? Let's spruik some Hitesh. Why not? He's one of our boys. Is there anything on this website? Please say that there is. Yeah, there is. That's the one on the lower right. Products. That's the one. Now, I've been using it's Invigorating Black Pepper and Seductive Rose. That's the one. Holy crap. Now, I had the Northwestern Sea Salt. It was unreal. But I was going crazy for the cucumber mint. That's the one I kept going toward. But I just opened this one here. Invigorating black pepper and seductive rose. Man, the lather on this thing. And it's a big, nice brick of soap, baby. I mean, $7. It's a good price on soap. That's the one I got. Vancouver Brothers. Hitesh's guy. He's amazing. It's incredible. It's incredible. Yeah, there's something you can do about it. Jim Patterson's called tell them to go fuck themselves and quit. She fired me. She didn't like me because she would come up with ridiculous suggestions, and I would tell her why that wouldn't work. She also cut a lot of corners. So they had fake Aperol, like this brand called 1762. It was some generic well Aperol, and they were charging $21 for it, and it was a $1.99 bottle. And I said to one of the kids, I said, we don't have any real Aperol. And he goes, no, just use the stuff down there. I said, yeah, but you're charging $21 for a premium drink. That is bathhouse swill down there. And he goes, that's what my mother wants to sell them. And they would use they would buy all this cheap ass vodka and cheap ass bourbon and pretend it was premium brands you never heard of. And like as if it's great quality stuff and charge an arm and a leg. She was just such a shyster. But anyway, it's the best thing that ever happened to me. Thanks for firing me. Melly C, no Speedy for me. Unfortunately, I don't own you. Melly C, which one would you get though? Colman Domingo. We should probably talk about that. Hold on. Let's go take a look. Yeah, he was wearing one. And it's not released yet. So will it pull it up for me? Speedmaster. So it's oh yeah, let's take a look at this. Ready for this? You know who this guy is. He's a great actor. He's very cool. He was in that unfortunate Four Seasons Tina Fey thing, which you'd think it was great as Tina Fey, but it wasn't great. So there we go. It is a reverse panda, and that does not look like moonshine gold to me. Now he is an ambassador for Omega, of course. And he's quite the dandy. He's quite the snappy dresser. There it is. Look at it. Oh, somebody got a real shot of this. Come on now, or something like that. Unreleased, yeah. So this is like what's kicking around in the Omega world right now, and of course it's very interesting. I mean, it is a 3861 bracelet that looks a little bit closer to moonshine, but solid gold watch, reverse panda. That is not in their catalog, so that is definitely not a real thing. So that's going to be what's that going to be? A 310 or 311, 50 or 60, 01, and then whatever, because that's the 311 and 310 means it's a Speedmaster, and then you got to go through the metal the way their model numbers go. But if I got to see the watch in full, I probably could guess exactly what the model number is going to be if they haven't come up with it yet. But very interesting. He wears some very cool watches, this guy. He's a very, very snappy dude. There's no doubt about it. But yeah, Colman Domingo. We don't know what it is yet. He got to wear it at the Met Gala. But very cool. I love that. And it's not worn by Daniel Craig. He's the guy that breaks the egg every single time, right? I guess not. What's the one you want, Melly C? Let me know. Danny Gutierrez says, hopefully you'll get one. It's my all-time favorite. Me too. You can't touch it. The Eurovision shouldn't have an illegitimate state from the Middle East participating in that. You can always count on the Irish, my friends. Do you want to know what's really crazy? Is last year the best song was Israel's. It was hands down the best singing, and it was the best song. It was a great song. Hey, some good old unhealthy slop is good for the soul. Yeah, I probably won't do it, but Or maybe I will. Omega Speedmaster Solar Impulse Chronograph GMT. That's your fave. Very cool. Very interesting. Very interesting. Hot cool Shutterbug. Greetings, Bashers and Bashettes. And we do have Bashettes, and aren't we lucky for having the Bashettes? That's my friend Steve. Hey, buddy. The red and black. So, hey, there you go. The invigorating red, black subschool, invigorating black pepper, and seductive rose. It's fabulous, Hitesh. I'm so glad you're here. I didn't know you were here. Well, I'm sure you could eat that. Doesn't it look, man, the lather is it's incredible. Now, I'm a Dr. Bronner's soap guy. I use their peppermint soap because I love how invigorating it is in the shower. I haven't touched it. I love that stuff. Northwestern Sea Salt is the biggest seller. Okay, I believe it. You know why? You get that tactile roughness. Very, very cool. Dean said I would eat it. I bet you would. Before working at my current store, the one I worked at had me under surveillance with cameras, eavesdropping devices, and people. That's like Dragon Lady. My hallway is like loaded with speakers. Anyway, she's not very happy today. That's all I can say. I'll just go with that. We hired a lawyer. I always went in there as a good guy before and tried to make a point, and it just got to the point where that couldn't happen anymore. Any soap with mint, I love. There is a menthol and mint soap that I think of every day, and I can't find it. The coconut, the rewind, the cucumber mint from the Vancouver Brothers. Let me put that link back up there. Where was it? Vancouver Brothers. Vancouver Brothers Soap Company. The cucumber mint is gorgeous. Check it out, buddy. Go get that. Go get it. Why not? You should. You deserve it. You deserve it. You deserve it. Incredible. Blah, blah, blah. Ray. Nurses are God sent angels. Consultants. That's how I spelt it. Colman Domingo played in Fear of the Walking Dead. That's where I know him from. He's a great actor. He is a terrific actor. Yeah, I gave up on The Walking Dead. Even though Hitman had a song in, I think that Fear of the what's the show where they had younger folks getting murdered by zombies? They used the entire song Metal Sport from the very first song on our very first record. They used and they played the whole thing in a forest scene. And you know how much money I made off of that? I made about $80. Kate Bush made $5 million off of running up that hill, and I made $80. He played Victoria Strand. Very cool. The Michael Schumacher Red Dial Speedy is the one I get. Yeah, I like that too. Well, then there's the Tintin. Oh, the Tintin. I love so many. And, of course, Fergal's Mark II with the racing dial. One of my all-time favorites. Yeah. Oh, Melly C would go for the 324 30 3850. Look at you. Look at you speaking my language, baby. Why don't I just pull that up for everybody? Why the hell not, right? Okay. I'll pull it up. For those who aren't geeking out in the whole thing. 324, huh? Okay. Interesting. So 001. All right. I hear you. Yeah, it's quite beautiful. And it's pretty affordable watch too. I love it. Let's say, yeah, that's and it's great. Listen, you're a lady, so I can say that, right? You're a lady. Why not? Let me pull it up now. Why not? It's quite beautiful. It's it's definitely more of a ladies' watch. Of course, I'm at Joma Shop. Very, very nice though. 324 30 38 50 55 001. Yeah, it's a pretty watch. It's got they're round subdials. It's just that the outsides of them are slightly oblong like a football, but they are fully round subdials. I've tried these on. I love the notches on the side. It's 38 millimeters. It's a really great watch, and that particular combination is great. And look at the bracelet, ladies and germs. Look at that. It's on a 3861 bracelet. Amazing. Beautiful. Yeah, it's great. It's really, really pretty. What else you got in here? Yeah, it's the 33330 movement in there. It's beautiful. What a great choice, Melly C. And I love that you came up with the crazy Omega serial, the number for it, model number, because Victor Strand. I like Victoria Strand better, Dean. Isn't that better? My name is Victoria Strand. I stayed because, as a son of a Marine and Irish, I did not leave my people behind. Glad they fired me for telling the truth. There you go. Blessing. You know, and remember, when somebody fires you, just turn around and say, and go fuck yourself. Blessings to be hired by a better store with good people as bosses, right? Indeed, indeed, indeed. Tracy Fair says, Cox. Yeah. Melly C loves her Dr. Bronner's. It's, and you know, can I say that I buy the liquid, but the bar is the best because it lasts forever. And man, I waste a lot of liquid soap. Is easy to waste. It's easy to waste. But yeah, a shower without that, but I haven't been using it. I've been using the Vancouver Brothers. Isn't that crazy? Yeah, hell, why not? Stranger Things. Oh, that, yeah. Well, we were in Stranger Things too. Everybody uses that one stupid Hitman song. I don't know why. I would love a Snoopy and a Tintin. Yeah, the Tintin. Oh gosh, the Tintin. You like the Tintin, Dino? And DM looks like you have to buy a watch. There you go. Tommy says, have I ever played golf? Yes. And it is something that I think if I played it more often, I would be not so bad at and very enjoyable. One, I like bullshitting, and there's a lot of chitter chatter on a golf course. I love golf carts, and who doesn't love going to the clubhouse at the end and having a little cocktail afterwards? Yes, I have. I haven't played it much, but I have friends who play it, and it's fun as hell. I really enjoy it. I would wear that. It's very elegant. It's great size, 38. 38. Robin's Bird, thank you for being there for Rose Dirk. I'm sure there are good things waiting. Yeah, well, you know, listen, man, what comes around goes around, my friends. There's, you know, you don't do it. You know, what are you going to do? It's not, there's no choice here. It is what it is. Jesus, Andy, Emma Snoopy, getting up Snoopy. There's literally a Speedy for everyone. It is the ultimate watch. It's the ultimate strap. You don't like this strap? Take it off. Put it on a NATO. Put it on leather. Put it on rubber. Put it on whatever you want. There's no watch in the world that looks better on any watch than a Speedmaster. It just doesn't exist at all. It will soon be a full gold moonshine. Yeah, I waste the liquid too. You got to be very careful with it. The bar is the best. I can't talk right now. I'm in therapy. That's hilarious. It's cocktail time in GG's house. Absolutely. My Roly Grail is the full root beer. Oh, is that right? Full gold root beer. Yeah, it's a beautiful watch. The GMT Master 2, baby. I do love it. You know, that's the Carolyn Martin watch. She's got, I don't know, does Carolyn Martin have the full gold? She's got quite a number of GMTs. You know, people think she's the Tudor Queen, which she is. But essentially, she's got more. I think she's got more GMTs than she's got anything. She's a real GMT nutter. I don't know if she's got the full gold one, but yeah, that's an aspirational watch. No doubt about it, you know. Some of us have better memories than Dirk. Sorry, Dirk, just saying. What did I forget? Did I forget something? I don't know. Yes, I knew that one. Does she have one? Did I totally miss that? What it is? Carolyn Martin's got? I don't know. I got some stuff. Oh, look at this. Oh, okay. Got it. Oh, I got some stuff from Jeff. Okay. I'm just clicking on all the pictures for the Gallery of Bashtards because I had to restart that goddamn thing. You goddamn it. God damn it. It's time for the Gallery of Bastards, my friends. Let's do it. The Gallery of Bastards coming your way.
The Gallery of Bastards. Send me the shots, the sublime, the absurd. The Gallery of Bastards. You share them with me, and I share with
the world. Here's a little nugget from Rayo Raffaele. He says, remember back before OnlyFans when your mom just sold Avon? I'm turning red. Who doesn't have an OnlyFans? Every old sock meets an old shoe. Ain't that a great saying? Every old sock meets an old shoe. I mean, it's crazy stuff. It's Steve McLeod of the Clan McLeod. Oh, look how cute is this. And this one, Tracy, you're going to love this shot. Look at him and his Westies. Look at this. Look at this monster. Look at that. Oh, look at that. How cute is that? And he's looking at the lioness and her cubs. How adorable. Look at the musculature on this. Love your Celtic cross there, man. It's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant of the Clan McLeod. Look at that. Amazing shot. Come on now. My sister had Westies for a very long time. The only dog who ever bit me. It's nuts. And special love and thoughts going out there to Tibble, my sister's dog, because one of her dogs who's suffering from dementia was not so nice to him the other day. We're all juggling stuff in this myriad we call life. What's that hilarious line from Hedwig and the Angry Inch? Life has been very difficult for me. I have come upon a lot of people, and a lot of people have come upon me. Hedwig and the Angry Inch. It's just the funniest. Has anybody ever seen that movie? It's unbelievable. Oh, because I'm talking about Moonswatch. You know I'm a real Speedy fan, but I don't hate the Moonswatch. I don't hate it. I was apprehensive about them in the beginning, and then I got one. I was like, listen, I wore it to court today, and I didn't have to take off my watch. I learned not to wear a belt. But look at that. Great shot. Did I take it down already? What am I doing? Let's put him back up there because it's super cute. Super cutie pie, you. Super cutie pie. Now I'll take it down. Thank you so much, Steve McLeod of the Clan McLeod. Of course, some beauty. You ready for some beauty and some art? Let's make everybody happy by showing some beautiful art from our very own Julian. Look at that gorgeous thing. This reminds me of like something that I'd see in St. Petersburg. Beautiful. Look at the juxtaposition of colors and architectural styles. I don't know what's happening here, but it's beautiful. That's astonishing, Julian. And look at all the purple Melly see. I don't know if I've ever seen purple in any of his work before, but amazing. Incredible. Beautiful. Oh, wow. Wow. Why does that building look like it's melting? Unbelievable. Ooh. Let's read the signs. Warning, construction site. All visitors and drivers must report to the site office. No smoking. Isn't that funny about ads? I love in New York, they used to paint on the brick of the buildings, the old buildings on the sides. It'd say like Chesterfield or, Alive with Pleasure or like Jorgensen's Hardware. And it would always be like Murray Hill 5, 6069. It would always be the exchange of Butterfield 8, 2190. It was great. And, it doesn't exist anymore. But it was beautiful because these artists would actually paint these beautiful murals on the sides of buildings. They were advertising, and they were gorgeous. You're on the ball, Marks 54, and I did Hedwig. What poor creature had to die so you can wear fur? My Aunt Tilly. If you haven't seen Hedwig and the Angry Inch, you need to see it because it's amazing. Beautiful, Julian. Oh, who is this lovely lass? Look at her. Wow. Striking. Strike a pose. Wow. She's a Breck girl for sure. Anybody know what a Breck? I know Joe LaFaro knows what a Breck girl is. Beautiful. Oh, look at this colors. Oh, wow. What is... Oh, see? That's what he does. It's all a trick of the eye. Because this is elevated. This is a ledge, a marble ledge. And then look, and it must be wet because, oh God, Julian, how do you do what you do? It's amazing to me. See, you got to look at his stuff, and then you will see all shall be revealed. Incredible. beautiful stuff. Gorgeous, man. Oh, look at this. Look at that. Wow. I don't know where this might be in your Mistress of London. It's beautiful, though. I'm assuming that's some sort of mausoleum, an obelisk. Look at that. Gorgeous. That really looks haunting, Julian. Oh, my goodness gracious. This looks like the Dust Bowl in America. It looks like, when you hang out your drawers on the clothesline while you're making vittles in the kitchen. I'm making some crullers. It's a funny line from The Wizard of Oz when Auntie M comes out and the boys are, feeding the hogs and doing their chores. And there's a storm of brewing, and Auntie M comes out. She goes, hush up and do your work. I've made these fresh crullers. Crullers. That's what that looks like to me. Beautiful. Number 47. That used to be a door to somewhere. Somebody lived there, worked there. What has happened, though? Now it's boarded up. And down the wet steps, bang goes the knighthood, my dear. It's one of my favorite records by the Divine Comedy. He's a genius. I think he's a genius. Wow. Oh, see, this would kill me. Oh, this kills me every time. This guy's obviously on drugs. Look at him. You could just tell he's a smack fiend or crystal meth or something. And, I told you that I used to give this guy $5 every single day. And then I saw him on the news. He was talking about how he walks his neighbor's dog and he takes everybody's money. And he goes, yeah, then I shot up with it later. And I'm not saying everybody does that, but when you see them with dogs or babies, they're doing it. It's like, like the Zingare in Italy. Mia bambino, per favore, io sono povere, fame, so fame, molto fame. They're full of shit. I'm all for charity, but I hate when people swindle people with big heart. It's swindling somebody with a kind heart is disgraceful. Go get a job if you want to do drugs, right? Go get a job if you want to do drugs. But it's a beautiful, beautiful picture. And, of course, Colonel Sanders. I mean, how horrible is that? Isn't that horrible? Beautiful, Julian. Beautiful stuff. Incredible. Our Julian, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so very much. Beautiful stuff. Beautiful stuff from our Julian. Fergal McDermott, Chateau Franc, Malier Pomerol. Oh, yes, I've had this before. What'd you get, a 2020 with a Christopher Ward? That's a nice pairing. Look at that. You've got a beautiful glass for that, too. Oh, look, I love this watch. I love that crystal. Look at the legs on that wine and the legs on your wrist. Beautiful. Oh, there it is, the Chateau Franc Malier Pomerol. I love a Pomerol. Pauillac and Pomerol, man. I'm made of Pauillac and Pomerol. That is beautiful. Great bottle, too. I love that with the embossing. Oof. Did you open it? My favorite of your Christopher Wards, because I love that Bakelite X-esque bezel. It is amazing. The King of Christopher Ward is our Fergal. Oh, and that's a pretty one. Is that a new model? Oh, man, that's World Time. Oh, wow, that's a beautiful one. That must be a huge conversation starter, right? I would imagine. Joe LaFaro says, I could use a Brett Girl in my life. Do you remember one of the Brett Girl commercials? It was like, you know who was a Brett Girl? I'm going to remember her screen name first. She's one of Charlie's Angels. Not Farrah, not Kate, but Jacqueline Smith. Jacqueline Smith. This is a beautiful watch. I love it's got a pancake dial, huh? For the luminescence, huh? Look at that. Holy shit. Holy crap. Wow. That's a watch, man. Beautiful. Oof. Juicy, baby. That is muy jugosa. That is what you want to look your bottle of wine to look like when you crack it open. Stored right. That's the way. You don't want seepage. You want just the button to be absolutely. Look at that. That's mission accomplished. Beautiful, Fergal. Thanks, buddy. Wow, that's a gorgeous wine. Amazing. Melly C. Eminem Madness. Smoking Mindy Madness. Yeah. go? Oh, no, way to go. Window. That's where I'm going. Oh, stop being so cute. It's not fair. Oh, you got it before I did, Jacqueline Smith. Yeah. I mean, still one of the most beautiful women in the world. Incredible woman. I mean, they were all beautiful, but she's the beauty of that. You know who else was beautiful, Joe LaFaro? Tanya Roberts. Wow. And do you remember, don't Google it, do you remember her name? I do. Oh, stop it. Stop it, Mindy. It's not fair to be that cute. Devil. You devil lady. Oh, so cute. No. She does that chin tuck thing that's the cutest thing in the whole wide world. She's being very playful today with her puffy cheeks. The answer is Julie Rogers. Look at the big saucer eyes. That means the devil went down to Georgia. She was looking for a soul to steal. She was in a bind. She was way behind. She was willing to make a deal. Found the man. Oh no, is Carolyn watching right now? Because she wants to steal Mork so badly. Oh, Mork, you couldn't be cuter than that. You pick Tanya Roberts was some crazy stuff. She's dead. How sad is that beautiful creature is dead? My God, so young. Look at you, you beautiful boy. He has the prettiest eyes. So expressive. Beautiful. Look at a fuzzy one. Look how expressive they are. Oh, in his Amazon box with a blanket. Yeah, why don't you make him comfortable in that Amazon box while you're at it? So cute. I love that blanket, by the way. I love it. Mork and Mindy madness, guys. Thanks so much. Look at that. Look at you, devil woman. She's just a devil woman with devil evil on her mind. And you know she's got evil on her mind. Definitely, if anybody's got evil on their mind, it is her. For sure. Hey, it's Jeff. Tons of cool stuff. Oh, what are you looking at here? Let me read what he says first before I do this. Tons of cool watches, Casios, LOL. Let's take a look, Jeff Chester. How are you, baby? Great to see you. Hi, say hi to Michelle for us all, if you don't mind. Click this. Look at this. Oh, look at these fashion watches. TMS George. Look at, ooh, $10 watches. I mean, I guess people buy them, right? Wow. This is some funny shit, man. George single. Look, what's a George? Look at that bracelet, though. It's very Breitling, isn't it? These are funny. Yeah, this will look great in one of your 928s. Oh my God. Oh my God, look at that Speedmaster rip, the Seamaster ripoff. Oof. Oh my God, look at that. Oh, that oof. $12.98. It's a George. What are you wearing? I'm wearing a George. Oh, Archie, where are you? These are shitters. It's a shitter. It's a real shitter. Go away from me with your shitter. Oh, look at the Royal Oak. Oh, crap. $12.98 gold medal link. TMS fossil. Is that a real fossil? Fossils don't cost $12, right? It's a George TMC fossil watch. This is pretty fun, man. Thank you for the shitter collection. Oh, look at the shitter collection. Oh my God. It's a wall of shitters. Look at that shit. $12. Oh my God. They're also fabulously terrible. That is amazing shit, Jeff. Wow. Wow. Look at that. Where is this? Walmart? Like, where do they sell such things? I don't even know. That's too damn funny, Jeff. Too damn funny. Two-tone Speedy. Well, yes, sir. Now we're on the right track. I think George is it is Walmart. I was totally kidding, Joe. I was totally kidding. Oh, and that's possible. Oh no, I hit the wrong one. Hold on. One moment, please. I still have Melly C's link up. Present. Share the screen. Window. This was the one I want. Yeah. $12.98. It's better than the Snoopy. Yeah. Yeah, this one. I remember when this came out. It was pretty popular. People were talking about two-tone. I don't like, two-tone. I mean, I'm not so much of a two-tone guy. I don't mind the bracelet thing, but when the contrast, and I don't mind the subdials or the indices, but I don't particularly like the pushers and the crown in the contrasting gold. I just think it's an odd thing. I think that the case should all be the same. What do you think? Make the whole case gold. Yeah, and also here's the other thing with that. This is nice though. Yeah, I mean, look what it's got in it. That's why. That would be the reason why. Is this a watch on your list? This is Speedy on your list. You could walk right into a place and probably buy one because there's no. I mean, that dial color is good, gorgeous though. I'm dying to see what the Colman Domingo watch is because I don't really know if it's a one-off or if it's a production. Maybe they made it for him. Who the hell knows? And Ray with a bird on a wire, looking great. Harbinger of things to come. And a beautiful sunset. Oh, thank you, Ray. Thank you, Raphael. Thank you, buddy. That's the Gallery of Bashtards, my friends. Hey, wait a second. We already Drooby Doo said he doesn't have one for him today. So what I'll do instead is I'm just gonna pull up a picture of Kay because we all love to look at Kay, talk about Kay, because she's look at her recovering from her surgery and looking beautiful doing it. Because it wouldn't be the same without a Kay of the day shot. So I'll just go back into the archives and grab one that I think is especially beautiful and cute. Look at her. She's a baby. We love you, Kay. That, my friends, is the Gallery of Bastards.
The Gallery of Bashtards. Send me the shots, the sublime, the absurd. The Gallery of Bashtards. You share them with me, and I share with the world.
Scotty H says, I shop in the expensive cabinet. My Casio was 21. Do Casios cost, are they that cheap? Now, what's the one? I have the, I wore it the other day, so I don't have it in my watch drawer. Oh, that's so weird. When you open up a drawer that you keep your, I don't know where it is. It was here. The one that I got from Tobster McDonkey, who is not banned anymore. I unbanned him because I have the power to do that, and I did it. I didn't ban him, but I unbanned him. And he sent me that watch and that beautiful Casio square watch, which I wear with the beautiful blue dial, the tank. It's beautiful. I like it. Melly C, we love Kay. We do. We love her. Kay. Well, thanks, guys. That's the show for today. Thank you for hearing my Rose rant, and thanks for all your thoughts and prayers and your kind commitments to her well-being and to all the stuff that you guys are. You're the Bashers, and you're the absolute best. I can't thank you enough. You guys rule. I'll see you tomorrow for Grell Watch Wednesday. I don't know if Rose is coming home tomorrow or Thursday, but it'll be one of those days. And love you so much, man. Remember to keep the door open. Remember to say please and thank you. Hold the door open. Remember to hold the door open. Remember to say please and thank you. And did I forget the papal pigeon? Did I forget the papal pigeon? Did I? Shit. Did I? Hold on a second. Oh, I did. You're right. Let's not do that. Hold on. Hold the phone. Let me go get it from Panel Power. It was a video, right? It was a video. Hold on one moment, please, while I get that for you. I got to go to downloads. Right, I did forget it. I totally did. Forgive me. Forgive me. Forgive me. I'm going to go to downloads. I'm going to go. It was a video. Yeah. I'll pop this open. No, that's not it. Where the hell did it go? Where is it? Hold on. I downloaded it. There it is. Okay. Here we go. I didn't realize it was a video. I pulled it up and didn't realize that it had a play on it. And this is from Panel Power. So good. Viva la pace indeed, finalmente. Grazie mille, signori, grazie mille, basharisti, e bastardi, e bastarda. Grazie mille. Ciao. Thank you so very much. Hold the door open. Remember to say please and thank you. And remember, if you meet somebody who's not so nice, give them the benefit of the doubt. Why? Because they might be a what? They might be what? They're the nicest person in the world. They might be a doctor or a nurse. Give them the benefit. They might have had a really hard day. Either that or they're just a cunt.
Basher.